Have you ever stopped to ask yourself who Lucifer truly is? Is he simply the ultimate embodiment of evil, or could there be a hidden truth, one deliberately kept secret from humanity for centuries? Right now, you are about to uncover the startling revelation shared by Billy Graham that shook the Vatican itself. What you're about to hear will challenge everything you've ever believed. It will confront centuries-old dogmas, question historical narratives, and reveal an astonishing truth about Lucifer that has remained concealed until now. Are you prepared to face a truth that could change your perception of spirituality forever? Billy Graham, one of the most influential spiritual leaders in history, revealed something so profound that even the Vatican trembled at its core. Today, in this video, we'll expose this hidden secret and why it was suppressed for so long. Stay with me, because once you learn the real story behind Lucifer, nothing will be the same. If you're ready to journey into this powerful revelation, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and comment your thoughts below. Share this video, because the truth you're about to discover could change everything. When most people hear the name Lucifer, they immediately envision the devil, the fallen angel who rebelled against God and was cast out of heaven. But have we truly understood the full depth of this narrative, or is there more hidden beneath the surface? Billy Graham raised an intriguing question that forced millions to reconsider their beliefs. Could Lucifer represent more than simply evil itself? Historically, Lucifer means bearer of light, a symbol of wisdom, knowledge, and even enlightenment. In ancient traditions, long before modern religion defined him strictly as a force of darkness, Lucifer was often depicted as a figure who challenged oppressive authority, much like Prometheus from Greek mythology, someone who dared to bring humanity the forbidden fire of knowledge. So why has Lucifer become synonymous exclusively with evil? Is there something deeper and possibly more enlightening hidden within the oldest myths and sacred texts? Billy Graham, in his lifetime, hinted at truths that most religious institutions would prefer you not to explore, truths that the Vatican itself carefully concealed. But why would such powerful institutions keep these secrets hidden from humanity? Could it be that understanding Lucifer's true nature might liberate people from spiritual fear and oppression? Billy Graham once boldly suggested that Lucifer's true role might be far more complex and significant than conventional teachings admit. In one remarkable sermon, Graham proposed that Lucifer symbolizes not just rebellion, but also the profound power of human free will and the ongoing spiritual battle for our souls. What did Graham really mean by that? He implied that Lucifer's rebellion might symbolize humanity's eternal quest for independence, knowledge, and understanding. This shocking statement challenged the very foundation of traditional religious teachings, shaking many faithful believers to their core. The Vatican, guardian of centuries-old tradition, was particularly unsettled by Graham's words. If Lucifer symbolizes more than just evil, if he represents humanity's struggle for freedom, truth, and spiritual enlightenment, then the conventional narratives controlled by powerful religious authorities could crumble, freeing minds around the world from centuries of spiritual manipulation. Could it be that institutions like the Vatican deliberately demonized Lucifer to control believers through fear and obedience? Billy Graham dared us to consider this disturbing yet liberating possibility. If you're feeling inspired, intrigued, or perhaps even shaken by this revelation, please like this video, comment below with your own perspective, and don't forget to subscribe. Share this video with others who need to hear this transformative truth. Through the centuries, the image of Lucifer as the ultimate villain has been powerfully utilized by religious institutions to define clear boundaries between good and evil, ensuring their authority and influence remained unchallenged. But is Lucifer's real story being hidden to preserve a narrative that empowers religious institutions rather than enlightening individuals? Billy Graham warned us about the risk of spiritual manipulation by those who control narratives of good and evil. He courageously encouraged believers to look deeper and think independently, to question why Lucifer's character has been so consistently and thoroughly demonized. History reveals that whenever a figure emerges representing enlightenment or rebellion against oppression, religious and political authorities frequently label them as evil or demonic. Lucifer's story in many ways reflects humanity's perpetual struggle against ignorance, fear, and control. Could it be that Lucifer's true lesson is not about embracing evil, but rather understanding and transcending it? Could his story symbolize the importance of free will and self-discovery, challenging the notion of blind obedience? Right now, comment below and tell us how this revelation makes you feel. Has it changed your view on spirituality or inspired you to reconsider long-held beliefs? Hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, and share this transformative message with someone who needs to hear it. As we dive deeper into the complex story of Lucifer, we must ask ourselves why religious institutions, particularly the Vatican, have spent centuries shaping Lucifer's image as purely evil. Why go to such lengths to demonize him? Is there something more to his story that the Vatican doesn't want the world to understand? The Vatican, as the central authority of the Catholic Church, has always portrayed Lucifer as the embodiment of pure evil, an irredeemable fallen angel who rebelled against God. But this narrative, repeated over and over for centuries, may have been deliberately constructed to control the masses. After all, if Lucifer is the villain in every story, it helps maintain a clear moral divide that can be exploited to keep people in line. But could it be that Lucifer's rebellion against God represents something deeper, something that shakes the very foundations of the Vatican's power? Could Lucifer's fall be a symbolic representation of humanity's need to think for itself, question authority, and challenge the status quo? Billy Graham, in his lifetime, made it clear that understanding Lucifer requires more than simply following traditional doctrine. He invited believers to break free from the chains of fear and open their minds to the possibility that Lucifer may not be the source of all evil, but rather an ancient symbol of spiritual freedom and the pursuit of truth. This is why the Vatican and similar institutions would fear such revelations. They are built on maintaining control through doctrines, not necessarily on revealing the full truth. The moment the world begins to see Lucifer as more than just evil, it opens the door to questioning everything we've been taught. If you found these ideas challenging, inspiring, or thought-provoking, let us know in the comments below. If you haven't already, don't forget to like this video and share it with those who need to hear these revelations. You won't want to miss what's coming next. So what does this all mean for us today? How does Lucifer, a figure from ancient religious texts, have any relevance in the modern world? The truth is that Lucifer, much more than a mere character in a myth, represents an ongoing struggle that each of us faces in our lives. Choices that challenge us, moments that force us to confront our darkest fears, and opportunities for growth and enlightenment. If we see Lucifer not as a literal villain, but as a symbolic figure representing rebellion, enlightenment, and the quest for deeper knowledge, then his role in our lives becomes far more relevant. Today, many of us are struggling against systems of control, oppressive ideologies, and forces that seek to suppress individuality and free thought. This spiritual battle is not confined to ancient stories, but is something we face in every aspect of our lives. Just as Lucifer once challenged divine authority, we too face moments when we must challenge established norms, think critically, and carve our own path. Billy Graham's teachings were not just about spiritual salvation, but about finding personal freedom through faith. His message was about embracing a deeper, more personal relationship with spirituality, one that frees us from blind obedience and empowers us to think for ourselves. And this is where Lucifer's true power lies, not as a force of evil, but as a symbol of human struggle and ultimate transformation. Take a moment to think about how these ideas apply to your own life. Are you willing to confront your own limitations, question established beliefs, and search for deeper truths? Lucifer's story is, in many ways, your story, and it's through that struggle that you grow and evolve into the person you're meant to become. If you've ever felt trapped in a cycle of limitation, this is your chance to break free. Hit the like button, leave a comment, and share this video to inspire others to embrace their own journey toward enlightenment. Together, we can challenge the forces that hold us back and embrace the transformative power of free will. Throughout history, the story of Lucifer has been seen as one of pure evil. But as we've discussed, Lucifer can also be understood as a symbol of inner transformation, a figure who represents the struggle between light and darkness within every individual. This transformation is not always easy, and it requires us to face uncomfortable truths about ourselves, our society, and the world around us. In many spiritual traditions, the journey of the soul involves facing the shadow, the darker, unconscious parts of our nature. Lucifer, in this sense, is a representation of that shadow. He is the embodiment of the parts of ourselves that we often deny or suppress. But in order to grow spiritually, we must face these parts of ourselves head-on. This process of inner transformation is not about embracing evil. It's about recognizing the darkness within us and using it to fuel our own growth and enlightenment. It's about realizing that every challenge, every obstacle, and every moment of suffering can be a catalyst for personal and spiritual awakening. Lucifer, far from being a symbol of destruction, can be seen as a guide on the path to self-realization. So the next time you face a struggle, don't see it as a sign of weakness or defeat. See it as an opportunity to transform, to rise above your limitations, and to embrace the full potential of your being. Lucifer, as a symbol of transformation, teaches us that from darkness comes light, from struggle comes growth, and from pain comes wisdom. If this message resonates with you, share it with others who might need to hear it. Leave your thoughts and reflections in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more inspiring content like this. Ultimately, Lucifer represents more than just the clash between good and evil. He represents the path to spiritual freedom, the ability to choose our own destiny, and the power to break free from the chains of fear and control that have held humanity back for so long. Billy Graham's words, while controversial, serve as a reminder that true spiritual growth comes when we break free from dogma and embrace our own ability to choose our path. It's not about following a prescribed set of rules. It's about finding your own truth and awakening to the deeper aspects of existence. As you continue on your own journey, remember that spiritual freedom is not given to you by an external force. It is something you must claim for yourself. It's about embracing your own power, your own light, and your own truth, regardless of what the world may say. This is the real lesson that Lucifer teaches us, not that evil reigns supreme, but that the power of choice, knowledge, and transformation is within each and every one of us. We are not bound by fate or controlled by external forces. We are free to choose our own path and to walk it with courage, wisdom, and faith. Now that we've uncovered the hidden truths behind Lucifer's role, the question becomes, what are we going to do with this knowledge? How will we use the understanding of Lucifer, not as a demon or villain, but as a symbol of personal transformation and spiritual awakening to change the way we live our lives? We have all faced moments where we feel as if we are being held back by invisible forces. It could be fear, self-doubt, or external societal pressures that try to keep us from reaching our full potential. But this is where the lesson of Lucifer comes in. He represents our ability to confront these forces and rise above them. He symbolizes the courage to stand in the face of adversity, to challenge the status quo, and to push beyond the boundaries that have been set for us. This is the true freedom we all possess, the freedom to choose. the power to define our own path and make decisions that align with our authentic selves. Lucifer, in this light, is not the enemy. He is the force that pushes us toward growth and self-discovery. His story is the story of every person who has ever defied the odds, overcome the darkness, and emerged victorious. Billy Graham's teachings, though often rooted in traditional Christianity, have always emphasized the importance of personal faith and growth. His message was about empowering individuals to live with purpose, to break free from the chains of fear, and to walk in the light of their own truth. This is where true spiritual power lies, not in blind submission, but in conscious, empowered choice. As you reflect on the role of Lucifer in your own life, consider this. What parts of yourself have you been suppressing? What dreams or aspirations have you abandoned because they seem too difficult or impossible? It's time to reclaim your power and begin the process of transformation. The path is yours to choose, and every step you take is an opportunity for growth, healing, and enlightenment. In the end, the story of Lucifer is not just about an ancient myth or religious conflict. It's about the ongoing struggle within each of us, between the light and darkness that exist in our own hearts. Lucifer represents the aspects of ourselves that we fear to confront, the parts of us that are often hidden away in the shadows. But it's in those shadows that we find the potential for real transformation. When we choose to confront our own darkness, when we face our fears and insecurities, we begin to unlock the deeper aspects of our being. We begin to understand that every challenge is an opportunity for growth, that every struggle is a chance to evolve into a more complete and empowered version of ourselves. So, what does this mean for you? It means that you are not defined by your past mistakes, your fears, or the forces that have tried to hold you back. You are the creator of your own destiny. Lucifer's story, when understood in this way, is a powerful reminder that the darkness we face is not something to be feared, but something to be embraced. It is through that darkness that we find our greatest strength. If you've been inspired by this message, I encourage you to take action. Don't let the fears or doubts of others control your life. Embrace your own power, follow your own path, and let the light of your own truth guide you. You are capable of achieving great things, and now is the time to begin. In every great story, there's a moment when the hero is called to step into the unknown. This is true for every person on their path of self-discovery. Lucifer, in his original story, could be seen as the archetype of the hero, the one who defies the status quo, questions authority, and embarks on a transformative journey. And in that, he holds a lesson for all of us. The hero's journey is a process of personal growth, and it always involves facing inner demons, facing the unknown, the fears and doubts that lie hidden within. Just as Lucifer's fall from grace is depicted as an act of rebellion, our own moments of rebellion are often a necessary step in growth. We are called to step outside of what is familiar and challenge the beliefs and limitations that have been imposed upon us. It's easy to see Lucifer's story through a lens of judgment, but when we peel back the layers, we start to see that he, like us, is part of a larger narrative of evolution. The hero's journey is about embracing your true power, confronting the shadows that attempt to hold you back, and emerging stronger and wiser. What's your own hero's journey? Where are you being called to step outside your comfort zone and challenge the old beliefs that no longer serve you? Just like Lucifer, it's time to challenge what you've been told about yourself and the world around you. Adversity is a powerful teacher. It's through struggle that we gain wisdom and clarity. Lucifer's fall from grace symbolizes the painful yet necessary process of transformation. Through hardship and rebellion, he becomes a figure of self-discovery. And as we face challenges in our own lives, we too can find wisdom and strength. But adversity isn't just about hardship. It's about the lessons we choose to learn through those moments. If you've ever been through difficult times, whether emotionally, financially, or spiritually, you understand that those moments were not just obstacles, but opportunities for growth. Think of it like this. The universe, or whatever higher power you believe in, challenges us to grow by pushing us out of our comfort zones. It is in those moments of discomfort that we truly evolve, much like the way a seed has to break through the soil before it can sprout into something greater. So, embrace adversity when it arises. Don't shy away from challenges or the unknown. They are the crucible in which your transformation occurs, and through them you gain the strength to emerge as a wiser, more enlightened version of yourself. As you reflect on your own struggles, remember that these moments are a gift. When you feel lost or uncertain, know that you're on the right path. Every difficulty you face is an opportunity to find your light, just as Lucifer's journey to the darkness ultimately became his transformation. One of the most significant lessons we can learn from Lucifer is how to transform fear into power. Fear is often seen as something negative or something to avoid, but fear is actually a powerful tool if we know how to use it. Fear can either paralyze us or it can propel us to take action, depending on how we choose to face it. Lucifer, in many interpretations, represents the embodiment of fear. Fear of defying the divine, fear of what happens when we go against the established order. But what if fear is not something to be feared? What if it's a signal, a messenger, guiding us toward transformation? When you feel fear rising, instead of running from it, try to lean into it. Ask yourself, what is this fear trying to teach me? Is it pointing to a limitation that I need to overcome? Is it showing me something within myself that I need to face? By embracing our fears, we can transmute them into power. Lucifer's story is one of profound transformation. He turned his fall into a tool for awakening and growth. In doing so, he challenges us to do the same in our own lives. The next time you feel fear holding you back, remember that fear is a signal for growth, not an obstacle to success. Transform that fear into motivation. Use it as a springboard to achieve the greatness that lies within you. You have the power to rise above it, just as Lucifer did in his own way. In the end, the story of Lucifer teaches us about the importance of self-discovery. It's a story about the journey inward, about questioning, exploring, and ultimately understanding who we are beyond the labels imposed by society and tradition. Too often, we live our lives according to the expectations of others. We accept the beliefs we've been handed without ever questioning them. But Lucifer's story is a reminder that to truly understand who we are, we must rebel against conformity and go on a quest for deeper truth. Self-discovery is a powerful and often challenging journey. It requires us to be brave enough to look inside, to examine our motivations, desires, and beliefs, and to confront the parts of ourselves that we've hidden or suppressed. This journey might feel uncomfortable, but it's through this discomfort that we find our truest selves. So how will you begin your own journey of self-discovery? What aspects of your life are you willing to challenge or question in order to unlock the truth about who you are? Like Lucifer, you have the power to defy limitations and discover a deeper, more authentic version of yourself. Remember, you are not bound by the past, by other people's opinions, or by fear. You are free to transform, to choose a different path, and to rise above the challenges that life presents to you. The story of Lucifer, once seen as one of pure evil, is in reality a story of profound personal and spiritual evolution. Now is your time to break free from the limitations that have held you back. Embrace your power, transform your fear into strength, and embark on your own journey of self-discovery and growth. Like Lucifer, you are capable of rising from the darkness and emerging stronger, wiser, and more enlightened than before. If this message resonates with you, don't forget to leave a comment below. Share this video with others who may need this reminder, and subscribe to our channel for more content that inspires transformation and self-empowerment. Your journey is just beginning.